It's Smok3og and G coming at you with another Rich Dream show. Um, this week, discussing life balance. Got some good sports topics to go over this week. Um, it's crazy that this is not the peak season for our two favorite sports, basketball and football, but still a lot going
Right.
on.
Lot going on. Yeah, man. I think this topic that we have for our RLS, I think this is a good one, man. I think for sure, we try and pick a topic that everybody can relate to, but I think this one is gonna be very relatable. It's something that I know I'm going through right now, and I can't wait to get into it.
Yes, sir. So make sure you're tuning in via the Now Legacy Network's Facebook for the live stream this Friday at 7 p.m. And you can catch us on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Spotify, all where you get your favorite podcasts. It's the Rich Dream Show.
You are now tuned in to the Rich Dream Show.
Yo, what's happening, good people? Welcome into the Rich Dream Show. I am your co-host, Smok3og. In the win once again with my man, my player partner, Mr. G. What's happening with you,
Yeah.
sir?
What's going down, man? Fresh out vacay.
Boy,
Um,
I see you got your little tan on you, man. Hold on.
you think so? I mean, I'm black enough now. Don't do me like that. Nah, don't do me like that. Now, man,
Oh,
we was we had a great time, man. We did a a quick little three day cruise to the Bahamas.
okay.
We had a great time. Cruises are I recommend if anybody haven't taken a cruise, no matter which line, um,
Oh, for
take you a
real.
cruise, man. Great time. It's a great time for it's just you and your lady or you and your man or whatever.
That's good for
And
family. It's
or
good
no,
for
if it could be
everybody.
family. It could be
Yeah.
family, yeah, man. You gonna have a great. You guaranteed to have a good time.
It's something for
9 times out of
everybody.
10. Yeah, man. So what I didn't tell you when we talked though,
What's up?
I ran into a couple of interesting people. So first I
They
ran
usually see people
into
from all over.
it's these guys. They do a podcast. It's called Real Life Street Stars. You ever heard of it?
Ah, boy, I thought you was gonna say you went to the passport bros out there, man. But
Who?
the passport bro.
Who that? Who was that? Who was that?
Oh, remember that's the guys that go
No, I'm
everywhere.
saying that's actual people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
They
that's
actually
that's no. I'm
they
saying
actually
like is
do a
that
show everywhere.
somebody like a
Not for
group of
real.
people like we the passport bros, like that's who we are. I thought that was just like random people like going, oh, okay, well yeah, I didn't get that deep into it. But now yeah, yeah, man, they have a podcast called Real Life Street Stars. I ran into them in the casino on the boat. Real cool people, man. They actually have a popping podcast right now. So shout out to them.
All right,
And
okay.
also I ran into the glove, man.
GP?
The glove. Yeah, man. Ran into him on
What?
there. Yeah, man. Ran into him on there. I was surprised. I was surprised to see him on there. But yeah, I ran
That's
into
what's
him on there,
up.
man. I just, you know, passing through trying to get to the casino and kind of seeing him. I was like, GP? He was like, yeah. I was like, nice to meet you, man. I just dapped him up and moved around. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
wasn't
man.
trying to,
You
I
put
wasn't
your
trying
hand
to
in the
be no creep.
glove? Did he have a
I wasn't
Kawhi
trying
hand? Is that me or you?
ovation. Shit.
I lost you on that last part. Did
Oh,
you did,
okay.
did he have the big hands like Kawhi? Did you put your hand in the glove? I know that ain't why they call him the glove, but
What happened? Can you
when you
hear me?
dapped him up, did he have the big Kawhi hands? I know that ain't why
Nah,
they call him the
I just
glove.
Dap him up
Oh yeah,
like a
yeah,
pound.
Cole.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
I
right,
ain't. Yeah,
Cole.
I ain't shake his hand. Nah, I ain't shake his
Cole.
hand.
I feel like that's our Caucasian counterparts that still they really about the hand to hand contact still. That's pretty much the only people I get that still be really about some like I'd be like, are you
Yeah,
sure? Like are you just gonna act like the last couple years didn't happen? I don't understand it.
yeah. Right.
But
Nah,
that's
I
what's
still
up,
do. I
man.
still I do daps, man. I do daps for if somebody I don't really know, like I'm a dap you. I don't know. Like it's just I
That was
don't know.
always a funny thing with me too. Is like we always assume the people we know is
We
safer.
don't know them. They probably got COVID, man.
Like, but hey, it is what it is. We all just really out here living. Ain't no
hmm
foolproof solutions to none of this stuff.
Goddamn right.
Uh, hey, speaking of, I was just about to speak on that. Watch for the pop ups throughout the show with the
Oh,
QR code.
they got the new joints on there. Okay, that's the new
Yeah.
ones too.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it. So you can
Yeah.
head directly to the Etsy shop, or you can go to etsy.com / Rich Dreams with two Z's. Make sure you're getting all your merch for the Rich Dreams apparel. And shout out to the Now Legacy for putting us on every week. Of course, make sure you catch us every Friday on their Facebook's live stream. And of course, we shouting out Rich Dreams Apparel for being our sponsor, always keeping us looking dapper, feeling good. Um,
Right.
got the new clothing and at the Armir Market shop out in Arlington. And give us
Dallas. Dallas.
oh, we in
Out in
Dallas.
Dallas.
Okay.
hmm
Okay. At the Redbird
There we go.
Mall.
Redbird
So make
Mall.
sure you
That's it.
checking out. If you're in the Dallas area, go stop by, man. Just peruse. It's a lot of other different brands in there as well. But of course, we want you to
Mhm.
go get your little Rich Dreams gear.
For sure.
Yes, sir. Let's get into it, man. Um, our list topic today, man, is one that's like I think literally every person is probably struggling with this in some form or fashion.
hmm
Not many people, especially these days, really only have just like one thing going on. Like even if you, I feel like are a young adult in school, you probably working, and these days you might be in a space where you trying to make something happen on your own, entrepreneur wise. So, um, our list topic for today is how to keep balance. Um, it can be a very difficult thing, and shoot, a lot of times you see people get so worn out that they have anxiety attacks just because they feel like everything that they have is out of control and it's just overtaking them. Um, we only get 24 hours in a day. They suggest that you spend about 6 to 8 of that sleeping. So really, you're talking about what 16 to 18 hours a day, um, in which you have to get a myriad of different things accomplished for you, for whoever's in your household. Not to mention if you got kids, it can be trying, man. Definitely, I'm gonna go just the simplest thing that I know how between work life balance. Because I think for most adults, that's the thing we struggle with the most.
Hmm.
Just one tip that I use is to, um, whether it just be the duration, that's something that's up to you, whether it be once a month, once every 3 months, whatever you feel like you need, but you have to take that time where you are completely away from whatever your work is, just to where you can, even if it's just 24 hours once a year. However, whatever your mental capacity needs, you need to have that break, which is just a part of, keeping yourself refreshed, keeping your mind in a state to where you don't feel like you're just running through the motions. I feel like once you can take your mind and it's not fixated on something, you come back with a refreshed frame of thinking as well. So definitely taking a break every once in a while is something that's important for balance. Shoot.
No doubt.
Um,
Um, yeah, I agree, man. You know, like I said, like I was just saying, I went on vacation. Um, like a little, I'd say a mini vacation. It wasn't. I haven't even taken like a week since I've been a barber. I haven't taken like a whole week off since I've been a barber. I've been a barber 4 years now.
right.
So, but and I have to do like I say, I do struggle with balance, uh, and it comes from having goals, for sure for me and in my situation. It comes from having certain goals that I want to accomplish, and also looking further down the line. 33 now. I'm looking at how I want to live at 40, how I want to be living by the time I'm 40. Um, that's what a lot of my that's what a lot of my problems, as far as balance, come from. And me feeling like I have to, just keep pedal to the metal, keep grinding, grinding, grinding. Um, I don't think that is good because sometimes I get burnt out. Sometimes I get burnt out. Sometimes I'm just, going through the motions and all of that. But
Yeah.
I think it's good to, like you said, it is good to take some time away where you're not doing anything work related. Just chill, you know. Like I say, do a little vacation, a weekend thing, something, anything just to get away from your everyday life and the things that you have to do on a day to day basis. But and also I think the other part of balance is, just having to, you know, like you said, toggle with work, home life. If you have a girlfriend or a wife, as us men out here, um, you have to find you, especially for a relationship. You definitely have to find some type of balance. So you have to compartmentalize like work, work. I think everybody needs a long time. I think you definitely need a long time to where you can kind of decompress and you know um, just relax. After a long day. But then the other side of it is, like I said, if you're in a relationship, you have to also make time for your partner. So like I said, I struggle with it. But I try. Like I said, I try to get better at it, and I'm working on it more. I probably got more trips planned this year than I've ever had, thus far. So, um, some work related, some not. But
Yeah.
um, but it's important. It is important to make sure you have a balance. You can't just be all work, or you can't just
Right.
be all focused on your relationship, or all just focused on yourself. You have to have a balance. Even throwing in family into that. You know,
Yeah.
uh, you wanna, like we just had a few episodes back, when the RLS topic was keeping family close. As we get older, people start to, just natural part of life. People
Yeah.
die as we get older. You want to keep having those memories with your family as much as you can.
Right.
Especially like with a guy like me, with a guy like you, we both stay, out of state from where we're from. So, we, like I said, for me, I definitely have to do a better job at, when I am in town, trying to touch everybody that I can, and if I can't see them that time, next time I'll, try to holler at them or go by there, or link
Yeah.
with them some type of way. But yeah, man, I think it's just about kind of structuring it, um, um, noticing that you need to have more balance in your life. I think that's probably the main thing, noticing it, because sometimes you can just get on that hamster wheel,
Yeah.
the day to day stuff, and you just keep going. But I think it's just about noticing it, and making a conscious effort to find balance, for sure.
That's a good thing, man. like what you said, noticing is key, and that's
Hmm.
just a part of self evaluation. Um, Sometimes I don't know how you do it, but for people that meditate, some people, like you say, with setting the goals, make that a part of your goal setting checklist. Hey,
Yep.
I'm a, you know, take this amount of time throughout the year just to make sure that my mind is refreshed. That, like you say, I'm not getting burnt out. Um, with me, one area that I struggle with that you kind of mentioned with family and friends, making sure I'm being inclusive with them in my life, and you know making time to see them and support them. Um, it can definitely be difficult when you feel like you have so many obligations and so many places to be. But it's all just about being inclusive. Um, even if it's just something where it's like, okay, I'm gonna just be on your side of town. Let me just give you a holler, see what you're doing. See if we can
Yeah.
grab a bite to eat or whatever. Um, small
Yeah.
things can go a long way. Um, Another area on the reverse end that people, especially these days as well, can use the balance help on is ones that may be a little too chill and relaxed focused, that party every weekend or every other day, always in the club or always at the kickback. I just say this. I know the younger you are, probably the more enticed you are to do those type of things. And, everybody has fun when they're young anyway. So no, not gonna say that you shouldn't, but it does not need to be your main focus, of course. Um,
Right.
I would say if you party 2 days in a row, unless you just on a vacation, you probably need to at least the next day be like, okay, what am I doing in regards to whatever it is the goal that you have set for yourself in life. You probably don't need to go for that third day in a row. Just saying.
Yeah. Man, what age you talking about? Because
Like I
nigga,
said, it depends.
yeah, I think as you get older, um, man, if you're like 30, 30 plus, like our age, and you still partying 3 nights, 2, 3 nights a week, every week, damn near, yeah, it's a problem. It's a problem. I know, I can remember when I'm back in my, late 18, 19, early 20s, nigga, I used to think I was never gonna stop going to the club, never gonna stop partying like every weekend. That would like that's what I was on it, and it's fun. It's just funny how, and that just goes to show how you you evolve as you get older and you mature as you get older. And it's like nowadays, like you, like me being 33, like I'll tell 15, 16-year old that comes, in my suite to get a haircut or just maybe just hanging around.
Mm.
And it's like you would tell them like, bruh, the way you thinking right now, bro, you don't know anything. The way you're thinking right now, trust me, 5, 10 years from now, you won't be thinking the same. You won't be thinking the same way. So
Hopefully.
hope not. You're right. But most likely you won't be. But I think that type of thing happens. I feel like people, we don't really find that balance. It take getting older. It
Hmm.
take. I feel like I think that it takes cherishing things that you didn't really cherish before, like you say, spending time with family.
Right.
Um, the importance of when you have a partner, the importance of making time for them. I think all those things come with maturity for the most part.
Yeah.
You can't really tell a 21, 22-year old something like that. Most of them, man, partying. What we going tonight?
What the
Thursday,
point
Friday,
is?
Saturday. Well, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. What we doing? So I think it just comes with maturity and also age, but mainly maturity.
Yeah,
Um,
because
but
age can come without maturity for sure.
I swear it can. It's a lot of people out here that's 30 doing the same things that they were doing in their 20s.
Yeah,
You know, but if you're constantly working on yourself and you want to be better as a person and you want to mature and you want to make better decisions, then you will. You got to
yeah.
want to do it. Yep.
It all comes maturity standpoint. I think it definitely comes from experience, going through certain things, and then realizing, okay, these are mistakes that I made, and okay, this is probably how I can prevent it from happening this way again.
Hmm.
And also just where you want to be.
Right.
You start to realize as you go through and as you move, like you said, as you grow, that certain things that you do just won't help you with achieving and getting to certain spaces.
Right.
Even as just like being an adult and adulting and realizing that even if you can and you have the energy and you like, dang, I do want to go out, but at the end of the day, if I'm trying to save to pay this car off or I'm trying to do this or do that, I don't need to do it. I probably just need to sit at the house this weekend,
Right.
And again, that just goes back to, you know, when is the last time I went out? Like, have I just been working nonstop? Do I need a little break? And assessing yourself and assessing what you need to do to even out the life that you have and making sure that you're not getting burnt out.
Right. Yeah, and I don't think, sometimes, like, for me now, you know, at my age and where I'm at in life right now, sometimes I'll be like, well, damn, I hadn't been out in 2 months.
Right.
Let me step out and, hit a bar or something, go holler at Code Red, see where he at, what bar, if wherever he's DJing at the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes, okay, well, I do need to get out. I've been working a lot. So it can kind of go both ways. Like I say, I don't party as much now. So, sometimes I'd be like, well, I do need to get out a little bit,
Yeah.
you know. Um, yeah, man.
I like
Like
what you're
I said,
saying too in the relationship space as well.
yeah, yeah. Because you don't want to, for us men, I'm gonna speak for us men, that's in relationships. You don't want to get too focused on work and neglect the needs of your woman or the
Right.
attention that she need from you.
Right.
Trust me, it's gonna become a problem.
Speaking from experience, huh?
Just trust what I say. It's gonna become a problem. You know what I'm saying? And and it's something that, as a man, you may look at it like, well, man, I'm at the end of the day, like, these moves that I'm making and as hard as I'm grinding right now, is for us. You
Yeah.
know, if we last as a couple, eventually get married and all this good stuff, it's for us at the end of the day. But
Hmm.
with women, they can't, they not to say that they can't, but they won't understand where you're coming from because of what they need from you.
Right.
I've been not reading but listening to this book. I think it's called Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus,
Yeah.
or
I've
swap it
heard.
around,
I've
one of
heard
the
of
two.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, very insightful, informative book. Um, and just listening to the book, like, when he talk about from the man's perspective, I'm like, bro, like, this dude is describing me like damn near to a T of like how I think.
Yeah.
Um, and it's like you get to understand more listening to that book. It kind of takes away the bias of me just thinking from my perspective. Like, say if I'm in real time and me and my girl going at it about something, and I'm making my point and she making hers, I probably won't be able to feel it because I feel this way about it. You know what I'm saying? Or this is what I think about it. But listening to that book, it helps you to understand That's what it's really all about. Trying to understand, what how to deal with the other sex, or how to understand the way that they think and the things that they need from a relationship. So, but yeah, but like I say, it's with that balance. Um, you know, you're gonna have to have that. You're gonna have to have that with your relationship too.
Yeah.
Um, you can say to the cows come home, I'm doing all this for us. They
Right.
not gonna they not gonna feel it. They not gonna feel it. But like I say, because they need what they need from you or the relationship or whatever.
Yeah. And for me, still learning, but
We
what I
all are.
what I've kind of gathered in the relationship space is, especially because I grew up as an only child, so I'm just not even used to having nobody that's like around all the time in general, period.
Me
So
too.
I know I can get on some, I didn't even mean to not include you or whatever. It just, I was doing my own thing. But being inclusive, and like when it's stuff that you can have your significant other or your partner come along with, or have that additional time spent, I think
Mhm.
that goes a long way. But it's one of those things where, yeah, you do have to set a time and make space and make sure that, hey, I'm giving my person attention, because at the end of the day, we all creating these little environments where it's like, hey, this is, if this is your partner, this is technically all you got at the end of the day. So you want to make sure y'all in good standing.
Supposed to be all you got.
Supposed to be. uh, so making that time to be included for them, but also setting the time for, of course, yourself. And then there's another category as well where you have to break for your relationships, as far as like friends and family that you had,
Right.
before that.
Right.
So um, I think,
And not to cut you off, and I
yeah,
think a lot of us, uh that's a good thing. Yeah, that's a good thing you brought up right there. As far as being in a relationship, but still making time for friends and family.
right,
You know, a lot of people get in relationships and they all about what's going on in the relationship,
yeah,
and whether it be um the women behind it or the man behind it.
I've seen
As
that.
far as not letting, not letting, maybe not let, not, I want to say not, I don't want to say not letting because we're all grown, but uh, maybe motivating them to maybe stay away from friends, or
Mhm.
or mainly do family stuff, family things.
Right,
To me, that's not good balance. Yeah, of course you take first duty is to your family, right?
right,
Um, but at the end of the day, you can still you still should, in my opinion, you still should make time for friends. Uh, and every time it don't have to be a couple thing. You can just go hang with your homegirls or hang with your homeboys. You
yeah,
know, um, I just think that's as important too. Like it's up there too, man, because it's kind of like, well, damn. Um, I've been friends with these people before I met my old lady.
right,
So now that I'm or my old man, but now I'm in a relationship, it's just everything about the relationship is there's no more friends. Y'all talk every 6 months, and
right, right.
maybe don't see each other at all because you're in a relationship now. That's like, yeah, that's, to me, that's definitely that's not balance. I think a good balance would be to, I mean, you don't have to link up with them every weekend.
Yeah, yeah. It definitely shouldn't be to a point where it's like,
Once a couple of months,
yeah,
something. I think a lot of people in relationships, they get too consumed with it. Even if you have kids, like I know I have clients, for instance, they all got kids, but yet they all still make time to hang out with each other.
hmm,
So it's, to me, if you're in a situation like, it's no excuse.
Yeah.
It's no excuse for not still seeing friends and family. You know what I'm saying?
What I think that goes into is a communication, having that open dialogue to where it's like, some people they be afraid to even bring it up. Like,
uh,
yeah, hey, the guys is going such and such. They feel like that's a bad conversation to even have. But being able to have an open line of communication and scheduling, like you say, probably shouldn't be no every weekend type of thing. But it's
no,
like, hey, if the boys get together, you know, once a month and they do like we do basketball at the park, and then
right,
later that night we go shoot pool at the bar. That's like,
right.
I feel like that's something we can work in, to
That's
whatever.
light. Yeah, that's light. And like I say, is you kind of hear this all the time with women, like, oh, you can tell when she got a man and won't hear from her no more. You hear that a lot with women. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that's just as important, man. Because like I said, at the end of the day, man, we all getting older. Um, tomorrow's not promised to any of us. You don't
Real.
want to have them type of regrets with somebody that you've been friends with for a while. You don't want to have those type of regrets, man.
Seriously. So, man, put a cap on it, man. I mean, balance is something that we all need. It's something that we all try to work towards, but it's a hard thing to achieve. Um,
It's constant work.
yeah, I think it's just something where you have to. It's an active thing to where you have to constantly be looking at where you are, looking at situations, and seeing what it is to make you internally feel like you're at peace with things.
Yeah,
And that's like I said, it goes back to open dialogue, scheduling, um, and then just seeing what are the things that you really do hold value, um, and really sectioning off when you can put the order in of importance of what you want to do.
right,
Yeah, man. So good luck to y'all. Hopefully that helped somewhere
right.
in there with some tidbits. uh, we're gonna let's jump into the black business shout out for the week, man.
Okay, who we got?
Black business shout out for this week. We got Soul Shay, um, Louisiana in the building. Soul Shay Bath and Body, man. She's coming
Shout
at you
out.
with all the body oils and scents and lotions, everything to make your skin right. Make you. She even got this heel cream that I'm about to order. Matter of fact, I'm gonna order that right now because I ain't gonna lie, these heels been kind of rough on you, boy. It's been a minute since I got me a petty, man. So I got it's tough. But yeah, man, she got some beard oils for guys like you that actually have a beard. Y'all don't
You
come
got
for me.
one too.
Y'all don't come for me. But facial care, uh, body bars, and lotions, anything you need to make your skin feel right, man. Holla at So Shay and let her get you right, man.
Mm-hmm.
All natural products, by the way, as well. Everything
Oh,
natural, so you ain't gotta worry about for the people with sensitive skin, uh, having the artificial stuff in there, the scents and all that. Everything natural from So Shay.
that's what's up. Shout out.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Well, shout out Black Business O'Shea. And then, man, I was telling the producer earlier, it's like, or I was telling you earlier too, it's like it's a lot of things going on in sports right now to say ain't really no sports happening. At least not the main two that we talk about. Um, so, pop it off, man. Your boy, Jalen Brown, getting big paper out here.
He
Um,
is
so, I think they were saying this is one of the highest paid basketball contracts.
the highest paid.
It is the highest. Wow. Yeah, man. So Jalen Brown just signed a super max deal.
Super duper max.
5 years, 304 M's.
Four.
Sheesh.
He could have let him slide on that four now.
He could have gave you.
He could have let him. He could have made it an even 300, man.
Look, go take that phone and go get a young player, man.
Hey, man, right? Let's get us a piece we might actually need.
Nah, man. He said,
But
"I
nah,
need
you got to get all you
every
got. You
every
got to get
cent."
everything, man, because they making billions off y'all.
Yeah,
So
bro, for
yeah, I'm
real,
gonna
for
get
real.
all mine too. Yeah, I'm gonna get all mine too. I ain't mad at him.
Nah,
Shout
man.
out
Shout out to
JB.
Jalen Brown, man.
Hmm.
I feel like he's been a real hardworking dude. He seems like just one of them head down grinder type of guys.
Yep.
Uh, been getting better every year, seems like as well. Um,
Yep.
yeah, man. So it's a cool thing to see.
But now,
Some of
now
my
check, now check it out though.
oh yeah, I'm gonna see what you about to bring up. Feels about to be.
So check it out though.
What's up?
Do you feel like I'm happy that nigga got his money. Like
Right.
I ain't never knocking nobody for getting no paper, man.
Yeah.
And I don't care what color or race you is. Of course I like it. Of course I like it a little more when it's us.
Of
But
course.
yeah, I'm about everybody getting theirs, man. But do you feel like in this situation they had to pay him this money to keep him just so somebody else wouldn't swoop him up more so than him being worth that 300 million 5 years?
I would say yeah.
Yeah, what?
That he was worth it after they assessed. Um,
Hmm.
because you gotta think of it like this. They wouldn't pay it to him if they just absolutely couldn't. And the fact that he got this contract means that there's more to give because we know who's gonna get the biggest contract, right?
Uh, yeah, they're gonna have to come with at least that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I I feel like if this to me it seemed like they was like, okay, we have to lock in Jalen Brown.
So you feeling like it was more so they really believe he's worth it versus we kind of in a pickle, like we don't want to just let him walk, so we gotta pay him. You think it was more so we believe that he's worth 300 million?
Yeah, I would say so.
I disagree. I think they was in a pickle. I think um,
Some
they
teams was
knew
trying probably chomping at the bit.
they knew if nobody could pay him what they paid him.
Hmm.
They own his bird rights. That's the team that he was drafted to. He hasn't been with any other team, so they could pay him more. They can give him more years. Um, but if you let go Jalen Brown, who you gonna get back?
Right.
See, it's more. It's see they what these owners want to pay you as less as possible. They don't want to give you no money. Like for the
As a
most
business
part,
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
for the most part, they don't really, in my opinion, they don't really just want to give you money, uh, and or give you this amount of money on some. Yeah, I believe you worth it, bro. See, they knew you can't let a dude like him walk. Hey, what is he? 25, 26 years old?
Yeah, I think 26.
You can't let him walk.
Right.
He got a good 5 to 7 years of prime left.
Yeah.
If
Basically what they locked him up.
barring any injuries,
Yeah.
barring any serious injuries. Um, yeah, bro. Like, yeah, I just think that they couldn't lose him.
Right.
You know, they couldn't lose him. There's nobody out there that they would pick up. I mean, they would be able to pick up that'll replace that big gap of production that he provides. So I think it was more so they had to give him the money.
Yeah.
Uh, they were in a pickle. They had to give him the money more so than them just. Not to say that they don't believe in him. For sure you don't give somebody that amount of money and not believe in them. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that, but I think it was just more so. Yeah, we gotta
Along.
pay him. We gotta pay him, y'all. Yeah. Ain't nobody else out there,
Right.
and we just don't want to let him walk. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to think who's. I mean,
But it
who's
was
the
an extension though, so
yeah. But who are the other young two guards that's like on that level?
none
Uh,
available.
yeah, I was about to say besides like
None
Devin
available.
Booker and
Yeah,
guys
none
like that.
available.
But
Yeah.
that's a good point, man. If he leaves, that's a big, huge gap in the team,
Yep.
especially to say that the last couple years you've been on the cusp of a championship. Um,
Yeah.
you don't really want to lose no pivotal pieces.
Right.
So yeah, I could see definitely how it would be on Boston's end. Hey, we can't afford for somebody to step in. We got to make sure he feels like this is the most lucrative situation for him.
Right.
Uh, Man, shout out to Boston though for having their pockets right, because
Right.
yeah. And then picking up Chris Stops too. I mean,
I ain't worried about that nigga right there.
hey.
It's all bad.
You're not moved.
Not at all. I think them losing Marcus Smart was way bigger than them gaining Kristoff. He the
Mm,
heart to me, he was the heartbeat of the team.
yeah,
Uh, he was the glue guy. I feel that he could come out. He was the one guy on the team that could come out and criticize Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum, and
right.
they got better from it. I
Make
don't
them
think
play
anybody
ball.
else. I don't think anybody else on that team could have done anything like that. And them turn it around like 2 years ago when they went to the finals. That was
Hmm.
the year he came out and said, "Man, listen." Basically, the paraphrase, "Man, boys need to pass the ball when people open."
Right.
And he did that. Not too long after, man, they went on a great run and made it to the finals. Um, that's to me not that they hadn't won a chip, so I can't put him in Draymond status.
Yeah.
But and I think Draymond's a more intelligent player than Marcus Smart too, for sure. Um, but he's there. He was there, Draymond.
Right.
You need guys.
I
You need
agree
those
to a
two
certain extent.
guys. Yeah,
It's certain intangibles that he has
exactly.
that just ain't gonna shape up if
They
you
not. They
talking
don't
about
show up on the stat sheet.
who gonna be replacing him. Probably D White.
Nobody gonna replace the role that he played. Well, they
I'm just
don't
talking
have
about, well, I'm just talking about the position, like being the point guard, because
a point
technically they
guard.
not point guard by committee.
I don't know. Probably Brogdon. I think they still have Brogdon, right?
I,
I think they still have Brogdon, right?
I don't think they moved him.
Yeah, I think they were gonna move him at first. Remember,
Yeah, yeah, that's what it was. He was gonna be a
right?
part of that smart
Some
deal.
three-way team but he'll be them two for sure. But I think that's been Boston problem for the longest. Like they don't have a real point guard.
Okay.
That's why they turn the damn ball over so much.
Yeah.
You got Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown. They trying to dribble through and do all this,
Yeah.
and you don't have nobody. They don't have anybody to set them up. I think that's why I think if Chris would have been cool with it, I think he would have been perfect for Boston. But I know he
Mm,
didn't want to go over there and play. But oh man, he would have been perfect for
I
Boston.
ain't even think about that, but
Oh
yeah,
my God, he
it
would have
would
been
be nice.
perfect. If he would have been okay with going over there, he would have been perfect for Boston.
Yeah. I mean, essentially, how did they do when Kyrie was there? I know they didn't really go far, but they was like a winning squad, right?
They didn't go far when he was there. They went far when Kyrie they did the first year Kyrie was there and he got hurt. And
Oh
they went
yeah.
all the way to the East Finals, played against the Cavs, and went
Hmm.
7 games with him. But they that next year I think they got knocked out in the second round with
Yeah.
Kyrie, and that was his
Yeah.
last year.
See, I think that's essentially you putting. I ain't gonna say a Kyrie type of player in there, but the impact, and it's gonna be a more positive impact if it's like a CP3 in there.
Of course, because he's a natural facilitator.
Hmm.
He's a natural facilitator. He wants to get other guys involved. Like I think if CP, like you think about that first year he was with the Rockets. He
Right.
probably ain't averaged nothing, maybe 15, 16 points.
Right.
I think he might average like 8 or 9 assists, and that's playing alongside James Harden, who was probably the number one in usage in the league
Yeah.
at that
Super
time.
ball dominant. Yeah.
Yeah, he was playing along, but a smart, intelligent basketball player, IQ high, like Chris Paul, he's only going to help your team.
Mm-hmm.
He's only going to help your team.
With spacing and everything.
Right.
Um, so if that's what Jalen got, what are you projecting as far as what they're gonna do with Jason? You think 350, 400?
Nah, I don't think he'll get 400. He probably get like, they probably might give him like 315, 320.
Yeah.
They going to
See,
give him more than
they
JB.
could have they could have kept the 4 for him. That's what they could have did.
Yeah.
Gave him just 3 straight up.
Yeah. They going
But
to give
hey,
him, they going to give him, he going to get more though. He going to get
it's
more.
Boston, man. It's one of the most winning franchises in the game. It probably they do got the most
Tied with
championships.
the Lakers. They tied with
Yeah.
the Lakers for most chips, I think. Or the
If,
Lakers up
any-
one of the two.
if anybody got it, they got it. So
Yeah.
it'd be interesting to see how it all work out. They talking about your boy, man, already though. Uh, so our man's that they got drafted to, well, not drafted, that signed to Northwestern, right? I can't
Cool.
think of his name. The man with the one arm.
Right.
Why they posted talking about Jalen Brown terrorizing the league ish next year, talking about because he can't go left, man. They did it. They did it wrong, bro.
That's
The internet
cold.
is crazy out here.
That's cold.
Uh, but I'm sure that'll be something definitely since he got exposed a little bit more during the playoffs. I'm sure he'll be working on that during the off season.
Mm.
I'm excited to see where they go, man. That's an exciting young team, for real, for real. Um, man, next, the guy from New York finally signed in the NFL. Just give me a second. I'm gonna think of his name.
Oh, you talking about Saquon?
Saquon. Yeah, he finally agreed on a deal. It's kind of funny. It wasn't very much more than his franchise deal would have been, but
A million more.
yeah, you
They
know,
threw him an M.
hey, more is more. So,
Mhm.
uh, but it's kind of a weird thing to see. Is the running back position just not as valuable anymore? Is that just what we're seeing, or is it just because it's played a little different now?
I believe I can see it from both sides because on one end, if you're looking from the player's perspective,
Right.
they take a lot of pounding,
Yeah.
even from like college and into the pros. They take a lot of pounding. Some running backs are do like Saquon,
Yeah.
dual running backs like Kamara, like McCaffrey. These
Yeah.
guys can run and they can catch the ball at high levels.
Hmm.
Um, so when you look at all the things that they have to do, and they have to block,
Right.
yeah, and they have to block. So they have a lot on their plates. So I can understand them wanting to get paid more. They're actually probably the least paid, even under the kicker, I believe,
Yeah.
on
No.
average. On
That's
average.
true. And the way
So
their deals are structured, it's kind of set up for them not to get paid until most
yeah,
of the trade is already on their time.
right. Or yeah, yeah. So I can understand them wanting to get paid. Um, but if you're looking at it from the owner's perspective, man, today, I think when it went away from being a three down, having like most teams having a three down running back or whatever, basically one running back that now you have every team got two running backs that splits the
Right.
Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb. They rated him the best running back in the league, I think. Just this offseason. They've rated him the best running back in the league. He
Mm.
even had They even had Kareem Hunt to share the load with him.
Yeah.
And this is the best running back in the league. So I think once it went away from that, that definitely hurt the as far as getting paid. But I think the owner looking at it like, listen, man, uh, we can find a guy, we can find running back second, third round, undrafted.
Mm.
It's been proven, it's been shown,
Yeah. Pretty much does.
we can find those guys. We can find those guys. So why would we pay y'all all of this money? And we know the lifespan of a running back. By the time the running backs these days, by the time they're 27, 28, it's pretty much over.
Yeah.
It's pretty much over. So I think the owners, they looking at it from a business standpoint.
Man.
You're not gonna play into you. You're not gonna get corner money. You're not gonna get O lineman money. Not even not D lineman money. Not receiver money. Of course, not receiver money.
Yeah.
And y'all bet not come in here talking about no goddamn quarterback money at all. We ain't even having no conversation about that. But I'm thinking that they looking at it like y'all burn out faster
Yeah.
than probably any position in the league. Yeah, any position in the league, the running backs burn out faster, fastest.
You're basically an expendable.
Exactly. You
Um,
probably got to about your prime or running back's prime is from when they step foot in the league to about 26.
yeah.
That's their prime. After that, they on the downside.
Yeah.
I believe, from what
You
I
have your anomalies out there like Frank Gore. He
yeah,
he played pretty well up into the
AP he
30s.
play yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But
AP, I think back in the day, the bus
yeah,
he played a little while.
into his
Uh
30s. Yeah.
yeah. But it's just a few guys that's like that, you know.
Right.
So hey man, it's
Man.
I think
So
they have to work it out more, like as far as with the players union or whatever, the
yeah.
NFLPA. They have to do, if they're really looking out for the players, they have to work it out. Like I heard Stephen A say, maybe let them out of college a year earlier.
Yeah.
You know,
Or there might need to be a restructuring too, to where it's like, okay, you can't franchise tag them twice.
twice. Yeah, he said that as well. Somebody said that. I can't remember, but yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Or I think maybe it's time to shift the position itself. Um, I mean,
What do
like you
you
said,
mean?
with most guys, they're a dual threat anyway.
Mm,
I think it needs to be, I don't know, they need to be considered more of a close wide receiver. I don't know what another word would be for like a slot guy, but like, I mean, the ball is thrown usually 30 to 50 times a game now.
right.
It's,
Probably.
it's,
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there's not really a lot of run plays in there for you to have a running
Right.
back. So
It's not many. It's not many Derrick Henrys left. It's not many.
he doesn't even have his deal done yet. And some would say he's up there at that top 3 running back in the league type
For
of thing.
sure he is. They say he's only made like 45, 46 million in 7 years.
Right.
That's a travesty.
That's
That's a travesty.
that sounds like a lot, but in the world of
No, no, no,
sports,
no. That's a travesty, nigga.
yeah,
Like
nah,
that's
I'm,
bad because man, he been good for a while, bro. He been good for a while. So,
yeah,
but like I said, I think we can say the numbers have proven that the running back just don't last long. You
yeah,
can't pay them 4 and 5 year after that rookie deal.
right.
They really, most of them are really damn near done after that rookie deal. So you can't really give them no 4 and 5 years, uh, $60 million every time.
Mm, yeah,
You know they getting. You think about running backs, they're getting hit damn near every play they touch the ball, and by big dudes too. They getting hit by linebackers and linemen for the most part.
you ain't lying.
Receivers
Every play,
every play. Receivers, they getting hit by corners and safeties most times, and a lot of times either the same size or bigger than those corners or safeties or whatever. But running backs, they getting hit by the biggest guys on the field.
Yeah.
So I can kind of see it on both sides.
Another thing that this kind of brings up to me, since we're talking about pay scale, is the NFL ever going to up the ante? I mean, I mean, it seems like kids really need to be focusing more on shoot basketball or baseball or soccer.
Guaranteed
Like,
money.
I
Yeah,
mean,
guaranteed
with the
money.
NFL, it's very high risk, low reward. I mean, you
Well,
I ain't gonna
again,
say go ahead.
it's a thing where it's like, okay, it's a high contact sport.
Yeah,
We don't want to give you all this guaranteed money like the basketball players, and you go out there and tear your knee up right
right.
after we get, it's a high contact sport, so I understand why they don't give them a lot of the, like you said, like the running
Couldn't
back.
that, couldn't that be the same argument for why they should get the pay? It's like, hey, I'm putting myself in this danger.
Nope, because I ain't make you be here. I didn't make you be. No, I'm just being honest.
This
I
is
didn't
what you
force you to
want.
come play.
You
I
chose
didn't
this
force you to.
life.
I'm just saying. I think about it. Think about it. I didn't force you to come play in this league.
Yeah,
I didn't force you. Now
that's
I'm
like
the
Kyler
owner.
Murray. He could have been playing baseball. I bet he regret that.
Well, you getting paid though.
But he ain't getting paid like he would have been in baseball.
He probably not. That
He would have
baseball
been
pay
a
you
pitcher
money.
too.
That baseball pay you money now. I ain't gonna lie. That baseball pay you money. I'll
Woo-hoo.
guarantee you too.
Whew.
But yeah, I didn't force you to come play in the league. Now that's like me saying, "Oh, well, I want to come and be a part of this, but I want it to be this way." No, you're an employee. You know what we got going over here. Okay, these are the rules. But like I say, I think it's with the physicality of football in the NFL, it wouldn't be a good business. And I'm thinking from the owner's perspective, it wouldn't be a good. And I get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a good business move for me to give you as a running back all guaranteed money or 75% guaranteed of your contract, knowing that it's a high contact sport. You know what I'm saying? Just looking at it.
Yeah.
Think about it from an owner. I want you to get outside from being a player. I know you play. Think about it from an owner's perspective. Would you be willing to give somebody that's like we just said, they're getting hit by the biggest dudes on the field? It's already a high contact, high, whatever, high risk of getting injured sport. Would you give this person a high amount of guaranteed money out of their contract, knowing how fast, and then how fast running backs burn out? Not just how easily they could get injured, but how fast they burn out as well.
I wouldn't even be able to. And that's not from a standpoint of me not wanting to, but
Exactly.
the NFL, we all know it's like it's this good old boys club. If we're being honest with it, not just talking about paying them more guaranteed money, but the NFL as a whole, it's pulling in way more revenue
Sure.
than both the MLB and the NBA. So what I understand,
They
not
have,
not going out of the box and being like, okay, we're gonna pay you 300 million guaranteed like a baseball
but
player,
they
but
do
you can
have
afford
more.
to give them more.
They have more to pay. They have more. Think about it. It's 55 players per team. They have more players to pay as well. Like
True.
basketball, they can pay a nigga 300 million like Jalen Brown. They ain't number 15 niggas on the roster.
Yeah, you got it.
So you got to think about that as well. And I think these are all things that the NFLPA they should be negotiating. I think yeah, if they try to get as much as you can for sure.
Right. Right.
I'm not saying don't try and get these running backs paid more guaranteed money or just more money in general. But just looking at it from the owner's perspective, I'm not gonna, and I don't think this is not a race thing. It's a money thing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, and a good business decision thing. I'm not gonna give you all this guaranteed money, and you probably won't last past 28 as far as being a good player.
Right.
It's just a bad investment,
Yeah.
you know.
And I ain't trying to make it a race thing, but I just say it's a good old boys club. You put me an example of being an owner. If I came in there as an owner and tried to change any pay scale, they get me out of there quick. Like that's just how it worked.
Oh,
They
yeah, I feel what you're saying for sure, for sure. I'm sure they're on some shit like that. But let's just say you were already in there and you were one of those owners. You don't think that you would have that same mindset of what I was just explaining, or you think you would be like one of those?
seeing how the current landscape of everything is, I wouldn't go crazy, but I
Right,
could definitely see myself, gambling at least a little bit more, just to make myself more competitive to get the top notch players. Like if Chubb is not happy with his contract, and he's like, okay, I really just wanted like at least 10 mil guaranteed.
right.
If I, depending on what my overall and everything look like, if that's something that I can, I'm
Hey,
not
look,
going.
hey, look. I ain't gonna lie though. Like the niggas, it seem like the dudes that they be giving that money to, they get made bad examples of, like Zeke and Gurley. Like them, the two that I really
Good
can think
point.
about.
Good
Like
point.
like Kamara, like these are the ones. These the ones they put up on the bulletin board when they having the meetings. Look at these boys right here.
Look
This
at
now
this.
see
Look
we
at this.
gave them all a mostly guaranteed money. You see what happened? You
Now
see?
check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna
Look
flip
at
the
it.
plot. I'm gonna flip the
Hey,
plot.
look, I'm telling you. But
2020,
Kamara got
2021,
paid
30
good.
pounds, Zeke.
Right, right,
30.
right, right, right. The motherfucker running with a knee brace on. How you gonna be a running back with a knee brace
They,
on? Like,
they showing a little gif of him eating the cereal.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think, yeah, like when you have these big time running backs and they actually get paid and they got money. What Zeke had like 60 million guaranteed. That's high. That's a lot.
That's a good
That's a
estimate.
lot. That's a lot. Running backs not getting paid like that. And he come and do what he did.
I was gonna
You
say,
know
yep,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? That's only more ammo for the owners. That's
Yeah,
only more ammo for the owners. So
good point.
I think um I believe that if you're not gonna, I think the problem is the guaranteed money more so.
Mm-hmm.
That they're getting. Um, so and my thing is, I like I say, I don't know, bro. Like it's gonna be tough for them to get that one. It's just gonna be tough, I believe. It's gonna be tough because they have all the evidence. They got hard evidence against these running backs, bro. You might want, like, think about. I don't think that you can't not, if you're a businessman and you really have a businessman's mindset. Uh, you can't ignore you can't ignore like the running back issues as far as longevity and getting hurt, and you can find a good running. It's two running backs to every team now. I can find me a good running back in the third round that I can use.
It usually ain't never no shortage on no fast Negroes, man. I ain't gonna
It
hold
ain't never been a problem. That
There's
ain't
one,
never
there's
been.
one born every day.
We'll find, we'll find one somewhere. So it's hard, bro. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough,
Yeah.
man. I would
So,
love for him to get, man. I would, man.
so
And I hope they can work it out to where they can get more guaranteed money. But like I said, man, just looking at it from the owner's perspective, it'll be tough. It's gonna be tough.
for the
It's gonna
kids and parents out there, baseball,
baseball,
baseball and basketball.
basketball, hell,
A,
soccer.
AAU Summer League it up.
Soccer, man. This dude just got a
Worldwide,
billion dollars for
worldwide,
a year. This dude just
worldwide.
got $1 billion for a year. Man, you better get out there with that soccer ball, man. Forget all them other sports. Yeah, get
Really?
out there with that soccer ball, man.
Yeah, dribble. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Do that. But yeah. What we got
Um,
next, man?
man, switching gears, man, got a kind of a solemn topic, man. Hate to hate to share this, but Bronny James, man, in the hospital, uh, basically had a heart attack, dude.
Nah, that's not a heart attack. Cardiac arrest is not. It's not.
Really?
It's not a heart attack. Um, I don't. I forgot. I listened to the doctor this morning,
Okay.
and she said it wasn't a heart attack. I forgot how she explained it. But she said it wasn't a heart attack. Um, but that's crazy, man. I hate that for him. I hope it
Yeah.
doesn't like alter his future in basketball. Because I want to, I don't know how good the kid could be, but I
I
want to
mean,
see
he's
how good
also
it could
good,
be. I
so
want to,
he obviously
yeah, I
has
want
good.
to see how good it could be. But I hate that for him, man. Man, prayers to him, prayers to
I
the
mean, it's been
James
reported
family.
that he's, in stable
Yeah, he's
condition. So
stable. He's stable. But just going forward though, I hope this
yeah,
is not
no, for
something
sure.
that alters his life and
Yeah,
and the goals and dreams that he has. You know, but man, shout out to Bronny, man. Get well soon, bro.
for real, for real. Even if nothing physically is wrong, and he
Right,
can go forward, just the mental
right.
aspect
No
of
doubt,
that too,
no doubt.
of having that
Yep.
happen. So yeah, definitely prayers up, man, for Ronnie, the whole James gang, man.
Right.
I got to hear more about that because I always have heard cardiac arrest and a heart attack to be synonymous. So I want to kind of
Nah, the
know a
lady,
little bit more
the
about it.
doctor, yeah, the doctor lady said every time cardiac arrest doesn't mean a heart attack.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily mean a heart attack. Demar Hamlin, he didn't have a heart attack, cardiac arrest.
Okay.
Um, yeah, like I said, I don't know, I don't know
Yeah,
what
I'm gonna have to
caused
look
it.
up and see what
Yeah,
what
check
that
it
kind of consists of. Because
Just YouTube just YouTube that clip from First Take this morning. That she came on First Take this morning, I think,
okay,
or one of the ESPN shows. Yeah, just and she breaks it down. I just
right.
forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Um. Well, yeah, man. Shouts out. Hopefully for a speedy recovery.
Mhm.
And I think that was it we had for sports.
Okay.
Um, man, this ain't really not for nothing on our Tales for the King. Not really so much a story, but you remember the donut holes, bro?
That was good, bro. We used to
Hey,
steal them. We used to
hey,
eat them because
look,
nobody was really buying them.
that's the
So
crazy part about
I
it.
don't feel like I don't think they promoted them like talking
Not
about
like that. They
them
put them in there
motherfuckers.
for us. They put them in
That's
there
what
for us.
that's
They was
what it
like,
was. They were just giving us a little snack when we up in there slaving.
because they
Yeah,
know they
man.
couldn't. The inventory couldn't have balanced out.
No, it never did.
But I be
Man,
snacking on them motherfuckers,
man,
man.
we used to heat up them things real quick and be eating them while we on a little space of
Yeah.
time where we ain't got no orders. Man,
Oh yeah. I
take
mean, pretty
some
much
home after we get through.
the only time people order them is like what in the breakfast time. People get a
No,
little
I don't remember.
hungry.
Well, I didn't really work breakfast, but they was available all day.
Yeah,
They
that's a
was
fact.
available all day.
We really giving y'all free promo with this one. I ain't gonna lie.
We did. We just did
Um,
that.
so if I don't know when they be back in season if they still doing, but if you pulling up on Burger King, man, ask them about them donut hoes because they was
They
fire.
good.
They
They
fire.
good. Mm-hmm.
Um, I think we done did it, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we got the 90s, 2000s.
Yeah, bro. Uh, let's come in, man. You gonna put me in on game, man. You had the Tim's boots versus the East. You said the East Bay boots, Eastland boots.
This young
Hey
ass
man,
nigga talking about some East
hey,
Bay boots, man. What's wrong with this
I
dude,
just
man?
wasn't a boot guy. Okay, in the
I
terrain I
know you
grew up
see,
in, it wasn't. It wasn't.
you had to have seen somebody with some Eastland boots on, bro.
So when I looked them up, I have.
Okay,
I
that's
do
what I'm saying.
recall.
That's what
It's
I'm
just I never
saying.
really knew the name like that, I guess.
Yeah, they Eastlands, man. They was in low top. They had the little strap. They kind of reminded me. Producer, if you got a picture of them, man, please pull it up real quick. But yeah, they kind of reminded me. Maybe you remember the polo boot,
Yeah, yeah, I seen the polo
kind
boot.
of like that.
They did have that kind of
Kind of,
styling
yeah.
with the little fat part around
Right,
the
right.
ankle. Oh yeah.
You know what they were also made like? The Sperry's, a little bit
Hmm,
in the front.
okay,
Yeah, I
okay.
think if I can remember correctly, I think they was kind. It had some that were kind of made like that. But yeah, man, the Eastland boots, man, they was hot back in them for sure the 90s.
Mhm.
Probably in the early 2000s too. But that was one of them. They had a few different styles.
Is that the fuck
Uh
around and find out guy?
I don't know.
he do
I
he
don't
do a
know.
boot ass too.
You see, he rocking the Eastlands, man.
Hey
But
man.
see, where I'm from, we rock the Eastlands a lot. I didn't really see many people. Only seen Tim's uh on TV. Like not many people was rocking Tim's where we from. Like back then. Now, of course, but back then I don't really remember many people rocking the Tims. What about you? Do you remember the Tims?
Oh yeah, I didn't really rock them because they were too expensive. I just got my first pair of Tims like
They expensive.
a
Oh,
couple years ago, moving out here to Tulsa where it be snowing and stuff.
yeah.
Uh, but when I was growing up, man, they was definitely the high brand that I saw. Now, is that by Timberland, or did we just call them Tims just because? Let me help you.
You trying hard to make the blooper reel this week, man. You trying, boy.
Help
Ooh, you
me.
trying. You trying. First of all, it's Timberlands.
Oh, yeah, that solves that.
And the producer is Timbaland. There you go. Just to make it. Yeah.
I, he used to wear them though. I think.
He might have. He may have. He may have. Nah,
Which
man.
was
So my thing is, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said, Tim's versus the Eastland Boots.
mm,
To be honest, bro, I think looking back on it, like I say, looking back on it, the Eastland Boots, they definitely were hotter in the parts that we stayed in.
the styling definitely looks, more go with a fit more so than a Tim boot. I ain't gonna lie. Just from what I've seen, like it's more of a okay. This has more of a stylistic look, whereas a Tim just seems like more of a just work shoe.
Yeah, I think that's probably what the Tim started as, right? It had to be
Yeah,
because they got
yeah,
the yeah. So um, motherfuckers probably just hopped on the Tims and just started,
right.
making it
Probably
stylish. Yeah, just
a New
making it
York thing.
stylish.
You know how that go.
Right, right. But man, them Eastlands, they had a run, man. Them Eastland boots.
Can I
Um,
give an honorable mention?
what's that?
Shout out to the Lugs, man. I ain't gonna lie, Birdman wanted to get some lugs, bro. So I can get my
Man,
shine on, bro.
I remember them lugs, man. I never had a pair of lugs though, but
Say, say.
I remember them
I
lugs.
just remember they had to put the little commercial with Birdman. Get your shine on. Like, okay, making them look hard, bro.
Them lugs, man. I
I
feel like
say,
they bit. I feel like the lugs kind of bit one of the Tim boots that they had out around that time. I feel like they kind of bit a little bit of the Tim boots, not the classic Tim boots,
yeah,
but you remember they had the other. They had other Timberland boots that they came out with.
yeah. I got the black pair myself.
Yeah,
I think they probably around that type of styling. But
Yeah,
yeah, man.
man.
You a boot guy? You do the boots often?
Not often. I'm more of a sneaker guy.
Yeah, same. I do them in like the fall, winter time.
Yeah, I do something in the fall. I need to get me a black pair. Need to get me a black pair for the fall.
I need to give me a brown pair. I started off with the black.
Man, you did good. That brown, boy, you get something on them brown ones.
Stained up quick,
Boy, I
huh? It's
got
a
a
wrap.
stain that I got on my brown ones that I had that I used to wear. Can't get it off. Can't get it off. I don't remember what it was, but I can't get it off. Saved my life. Shit.
Scrubbing his life away, man.
Man.
Mm-mm. Oh
Yeah.
man, well, we appreciate y'all for tuning in again, man. Another episode of the Rich Dreams in here.
Mhm.
Um, any other announcements? Anything you want to get out before we
Yeah,
sign off?
okay, first I want to say, man, we have, don't forget to go and check out the new merch that we just dropped. We got the For Life, the Rich Dreams For Life tees, and
Yeah.
also we dropped some new shorts as well. Um and we have I'm trying to work on getting some more hats right now. Um and also we got an upcoming event that we're a part of in Atlanta. It's a pop-up shop in Atlanta. I forgot the name of it.
Hey,
I
Till.
forgot the name of it. We'll be in the A on the 19th. If you're in the A, pull up on us, buy some, come through and holler at us, man. But yeah, that's the next event we got coming. But stay tuned.
Yes, sir. Keep up with us. Make sure you tuning in for the live stream Friday via the live the Now Legacy Network. Uh, make
He
sure you
tried
follow
hard.
them, like, subscribing them. Make sure you catching all their shows, Sports Anonymous show. Make sure you catching that Q Talk. And make sure you catching up with us, man. Follow us on Instagram at Rich Dreams _apparel. And then make sure you following us at the Rich Dream Show Pod as well, man. That way you can get all the clips. If you missed out on some episodes, you can go back and watch. We had a link to our direct Apple Podcasts. You can catch us on Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, anywhere you watching or listening to your podcast, man. Check us out.
Yep,
We
yep,
thank
yep,
y'all
yep.
very much. It's your boy G. I am Smok3og, reminding you to keep up with your dreams. Don't fall back. Don't fall off.
Yeah.
It's the Rich Dream Show, man.
There will be a blooper reel this week, maybe 2 or 3, just to let you know they coming.
It's the Rich Dream Show, man. Appreciate y'all. Peace.